Welcome to Runny Eggs Gaming. I am so excited about some of the awesome figures we're unboxing today, so stick around and let's jump right into it with the one I know you're here for, Mephiles the Dark. If you're not familiar with this character, it's probably because you missed a little game called Sonic 06 that seems to be universally hated by the Sonic community. In retrospect, I think a lot of people actually appreciate this game nowadays because it introduced us to characters like Silver the Hedgehog and Mephiles. But at the time, a lot of people were expecting a Sonic Adventure 3 type game, when in reality, they got a buggy mess with a very confusing, convoluted storyline. And hey, real quick, before I take this out of the box and we take a close look at this awesome figure, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out the channel so much. Thank you again. I really appreciate that Jakks didn't take the easy way out and instead made this really unique stand for Mephiles to really make him stand out. Also, slight spoiler alert for Sonic X Shadow Generations, but in the new Shadow storyline, Mephiles is one of the bosses and is pretty much trying to come back into our reality because at the end of Sonic 06, the whole storyline pretty much gets deleted, including Mephiles and his whole plot. Alright, now that we can take a look at Mephiles up close and personal, let's see what kind of detail they added. Tons of really cool detail making him kind of look like a scaly rock. I love the color gradation, and the detail on the little spikes and all the little growths is so unique. Even though he looks like a hedgehog because he's imitating Shadow the Hedgehog, he's clearly not of this world. Also, interesting detail, but it always weirded me out that Mephiles doesn't have a mouth or a nose and just kind of talks out of nowhere. I don't know if it's telepathy or if he's just mouthless. And this figure definitely takes one of the top spots in my collection because this stand alone really gives him a unique look when sitting on his shelf. Here's a quick peek of the whole Sonic 06 cast of hedgehogs, and let's move on to our next figure, Heavy Gunner. Couldn't decide at first if I wanted all of the hard-boiled heavies from Sonic Mania in my collection, but once I picked up one, I decided, you know what, I think they actually would look cool all together, so now I'm kind of on a hunt to collect them all. If you haven't played Sonic Mania yet, the hard-boiled heavies are the new enemies in Sonic Mania that each are divided up into mini-bosses that you have to fight and defeat along the storyline of Sonic Mania until you have to fight the main boss at the end of the game. Each one has a unique design and a specific weapon, hence the name Heavy Gunner. I actually really like these little accessories. At first I thought they were a little bit too simple, but having them stand next to each other, it's just a really cool little detail. I think most of them also have jetpacks. It makes them a little bit hard to stand up, but you can use the accessory gun to kind of balance them, and it really does look cool. I also just now noticed his microphone. Very cool. Alright, next up we've got the 2-pack of Tails and Amy. Since I was having trouble finding the individual blister packs of 4-inch modern Tails and Amy, I decided to go ahead and cough up about $30 on Amazon to get this 2-pack, so I was guaranteed to pick up these without having to wait too long. I've had mixed experiences in the past with these 2-packs. You can actually check out this video above where I got Sonic and Shadow was shattered into like 100 different pieces. But I'm hoping this double pack actually turns out a lot better. Alright, as you all know, Tails, or Miles Prower as some of us know him, was originally introduced in Sonic 2, but also appeared in pretty much every mainline Sonic game after that, and my personal favorite, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, Modern Tails, which is this specific figure, was originally debuted. Once again, my only major critique of some of these modern Sonic figures from Jakks is that the elbows are in a fixed position, so it makes posing them a little bit awkward, but you can still adjust them to look pretty cool and do some awesome posing. The details on the shoes seems pretty straightforward. His tails are really good, but does make him a little bit hard to stand, although sometimes when I want to display him on a shelf, I'll just flip the tails facing down so he can kind of use them as a kickstand. Alright, next up, let's take a look at modern Amy Rose. Thankfully, it looks like both of these figures are completely intact. It's just a little bit concerning sometimes when you buy these 2-packs in the boxes. They're not overly packaged well, but everything seems to be in good shape. Amy also comes with her signature Pico Pico hammer, and I'm really glad they included this with this figure. Unfortunately, my classic Amy does not have a hammer, so I may need to purchase one of those separately. She's gonna look so cool on the shelf, destroying all the badniks. Once again, pretty good detail. They got the eye color and the eyelashes and the little sprig of hair. Her dress looks fun and her boots look perfect. They did a really good job on this figure, and it's gonna look so cool with the full crew of Sonic team. Also, I forgot to mention, you probably know this already, but Amy had her first appearance in Sonic CD. Being captured by Metal Sonic and Sonic saving her, she joined the team after that and has been inseparable from the series ever since. Alright, and one last time we have a quick look at Team Sonic, Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and Amy. And thanks again for joining me today. Let's take a look at some of the other figures I have on display so we can see how these new figures would look on the shelf together. And I really appreciate you sticking to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can click above on this link to all the rest of my Sonic-related videos on my channel. There's a ton of them. This has been Runny Eggs Gaming. I'm Josh, and I'll see you on the other side of the sunny side.